220cc को हेर न कति रहेछ ट्याक्स
युट्युबमा स्ट्रिम हान्दै हेर्दिनी हो
How to share and
खै यहाँ कम देखाउँछ के ट्याक्स फर यहाँ त हेर न 6,500 मात्रै छ
त्यति नै होला नि त नि
होइन कि 7-8 हजारै पर्छ कि मैले मुझे एप्रिलाको मुझी 6,500 तिरेछु 150cc को
अनि 151 देखि 225 सम्म भन्दा फेरि हो त्यही नै हो के 120 तिम्रो एप्रिला कति सीसी को
150 हो के
150 को अनि मेरो बाइक
50 भन्दा 149 यस्तै हुन्छ के
मेरो बाइक पनि 150 हो के रे मैले यो तिर्छु 5000 मात्रै तिर्छु
5000 तिर्यो तिमीले जम्मा ढुक्क हो इन्स्योरेन्स गरेर त महँगो परिहाल्छ नि
इन्स्योरेन्स गरेर
ट्याक्स मात्रै कति 5000 हो इन्स्योरेन्स नगरे नि हुन्छ चिक्ने इन्स्योरेन्स चाहिन्छ हैन पेपर ट्याक्स
आजकल चाहिने गराएर रहेछ के
इन्चिङ त टोटल तिर्नु पर्छ इन्स्योरेन्स सँग के भन्छ त्यो पनि तिर्नु पर्छ के के थर्ड पार्टी इन्स्योरेन्स होला नि
अब इन्स्योरेन्स 1 वर्षको मात्रै गराउने नि थर्ड पार्टी इन्स्योरेन्स कतिको 1500 1700 त लिन्छ
त्यससँग गर्दा चाहिँ महँगो लाग्ने हो के
अब 1700 इन्स्योरेन्सको भयो अनि 6500 प्लस 6500 अब अनि त्यसपछि फाइन कति लाग्छ अब
2 वर्षको 12000 त्यसलाई घटाउने 10000 मा चाहिँ
अझै धेरै घटाउनु भने
10000 कि त ट्याक्स क्लियर गर्नु म त्यति प्राइसमा किनिदिन्छु भन्ने कुरा गर्छु
अनि कन्डिसनमा पनि छैन बाइक तपाईको भन्ने पनि हेरेर हैन
कन्डिसन त्यो भएको त्यति प्राइसमा त्यस्तै हो युट्युब हेरेर त लाइभ हाल्यो किन बुचा इज लाइभ हाल्यो
सुनेर युट्युबबाट हेरेर अनि बाइक नकिन्नु ल्याएको थिएँ
किन यस्तो
बुचा इज लभ लेखिरहेको हेर्नु
लभ हो कि लाइभ हो बुचा सर mlbb भनेर हाते ल्यापटपबाट त राम्रो हुन्छ कि हेर न क्वालिटी पनि त्यस्तो नट ब्याड हो आवाज त्यहाँ मिलाउनु पर्छ आउँछ बोलेको आइरहेछ बे
सानो आइरहेछ बे हेलो हेलो
लो भन्न एकछिन हेलो हेलो आउँछ फुटबल हेरिदिउँ न नेपालको
नेपाल कोरिया हस्पिटल
एनटिसी नम्बर के भयो बे
किन लाग्छ त कल लाग्दैन र लाग्छ किन गर्नु
हिजो हेरेँ नि त किलरको गेम मैले आउट भयो रहेछ फर्स्ट राउन्डमा एउटा म्याच चाहिँ जिते रहेछ है तर मेरो होला नि तिमीलाई ठ्याक्कै किलर गेम देखाइदिन्छु
our final round of victory is Huda going forward, pushing so a line to decide. I don't know what will happen. Oh my. Majota. Of course, played by here. It's
incredible to see how many nations are represented, but he is the lone representative from Nepal. That gives him that extra, I don't know how to say it, Alex, kind of unknown quantity, goes under the radar a bit. We saw it at the club event finals in Inter, you remember, in Milan.
Right.
Mashvili coming out of absolutely nowhere from Georgia. We had no information. Oh, who is this guy? You know, where is he coming from? Blows everyone out of the water.
Yep.
Keep an eye on him. But I think for the same reason, Killer M. Let's keep our eyes on him. Of course, big chance to cause big waves in this group.
Definitely. No, we have to be honest. Historically, the potential having better than the start. Usually see winger and the arsenal of. When we go up, we got the signal, if I'm not wrong, of... yeah, it is. It's FC Barcelona. Sorry for that. I was wrong with the team chosen by... When we did it, we got the signal, if I'm not wrong, of... yeah, it is. It's FC Barcelona. Sorry for that. I was wrong with the team chosen by Chonkata. It's FC Barcelona, Chonkata, and Killer M with Arsenal. Misclick from my side. Not only for the players, Harry.
Well, from my research as well, Alex, it will be Killer M here, starting out on the, well, Arsenal side of things, trying to push the pace a wee bit. We will see exactly how this one transpires. We'll be keeping an eye on all of the matches across groups C and D. But Chonkata is one we will be keeping a keen eye on indeed. Has some defending to do first, though.
Oh, look at that. So interesting to see Christensen as a DMF for FC Barcelona. Chonkata having some new research into players not expected to be in that position, when now Chonkata with Pedri, the double shot! With that finesse, first chance for Chonkata, putting some pressure over Killer. And I have to say, I prefer to see Chonkata with Barcelona rather than with Inter, because look at that skill. Lewandowski regaining the ball. Lewandowski! Chonkata with the finesse, pulling the lead.
Killer M just left absolutely shell-shocked after that one. That was really, really difficult to deal with, of course. Chonkata, the benefactor, kept it alive, found the finish.
Yeah.
And he's a reason, having won a club event finals this year, that we are keeping an eye on him and his movements moving forward. 1-0 to him.
Now nerves are coming up. We just remind, this is the first game so far for these competitors, and the first appearance at the World Finals on the stage with another header of the response of Killer with that. Header, I think it's Kai Havertz. So we ask the players to keep the replay of the chances for the spectators at home, when it's now Chonkata. And now Killer on possession. Bukayo Saka looking for Odegaard, finding Kai Havertz, passing back for Odegaard again. Kai Havertz, Odegaard. Look at the combination, Harry. The cross. And deflected by Gerard Martin, and will be corner kick from the man from Nepal, from Killer M12.
I've been impressed with what I've seen in response by Killer M. Here is that corner following the chance. Declan Rice heads off target. But there is a front foot mentality, you feel, from Killer M. He does not want to let this one go so early on, just because his opponent is the favourite potentially for this group. 35 minutes gone. Odegaard here, across the halfway line. Havertz gets the ball back, but a couple of tackles here from Chonkata that are just going his way, and that might allow him to break now. Frankie de Jong is not in the right place to receive that one. And now Killer M starting to find his footing here in the final third. Havertz can't squeeze it round to Trossard. And after a good passage of open play here, we're just 5 minutes from half-time in match one, heat one of this group.
Just to update, Pashak going to the half-time leading 1-0 over Good Games.
Wow,
the young guy from Ukraine leading over the reigning runner-up at the World Finals.
Right comes Chonkata. Oh! Was to try and double his advantage before half-time.
And the rest of the game still 0-0. The corner kick for Chonkata. One of the last action inside this first half, playing short. But Declan Rice regaining the ball for that counter of Killer MN12. And that will be the whistle from the referee. Chonkata, the man from Thailand, leading so far at the moment.
That is one goal. One goal. There's defensive following.
Oh, look at the bow.
Resumption of the second half as Havertz squeezed in. Killer M. Defensive shape away between those two. I look forward to keeping an eye on how these groups shape up. But here is Killer M on the offensive following.
Oh, look at the bow.
Resumption of the second half as Havertz squeezed in. Killer M back on level terms. You felt it was always coming watching this game. The Arsenal build-up has been good enough to fashion those types of chances and some fortune going his way.
He drastically found a way. Look at the double pressure from Chonkata, leaving behind that long room for Kai Havertz to receive the ball. Wasn't the best finishing, but good enough to go over and get the equalizer. Great response. Killer M12 back on track. 1-1.
Kick off towards Chonkata.
Offside.
Offside, sadly.
Yeah. Coming from behind, Robert Lewandowski, the player of the week card, recently added on eFootball, coming up with a special double touch. That in such a play of Lewandowski, it made it super, super necessary. Nice recovery by Kyler. Look at this one.
Here. Havertz has a bit of time and space, but Pedri is always pressuring from behind. Now, where is the break from Chonkata? Can Lewandowski survive the press? As we just cross the hour mark in game, it is 1-1 between these two. And it's shaping up almost exactly as we predicted, Alex. There's upsets in this group potentially afoot, but now Chonkata turns his man really well, actually. And now Lewandowski can get a strike away. The block is there. Trossard.
Last update, we got the second goal of Dennis over Nico Pramashvili. Indonesia leading 2-0 in this group 3. When we come out here and see the replay, and then substitution coming up, and still everything to be decided, Harry, and pretty well, interesting to see how everything looks like in this last part of game 1, no? In this group C and D.
Just waiting for the players to resume after making their tactical changes. As you said earlier on, Alex, we often see this a lot more prevalently in the console platform. You get a bit more time to be a bit more strategic, but sometimes the mobile games, the ball does not go out of play for long spells as the corner swung in towards the near post. It is sadly off target by Killer M.
Are so difficult to defend. You need to predict where he's going to throw it, and sometimes so difficult, to be honest. Is Killer M12 giving a great performance so far against one of the favorites. Chonkata now is putting some pressure, but not finding Dani Olmo. Nice way to regain the ball quickly, connecting with Lewandowski. Ferran Torres, the double touch. Still on the chance for Chonkata. Magallanes.
Anywhere will do. Get that ball as far up the pitch, get the back line out of his own box, but well, that's just presented so much time and space. As Chonkata comes right back at Killer M now. Killer M's Arsenal up that far side with Trossard. That's a nice turn.
Nice ball. Odegaard. No way against such a strong defender as Ronald Araujo it is. Marc Casado with the long ball over Gavi. Gavi trying to connect. Yes, no. It was Declan Rice deflecting that ball. Still on possession. One of the last actions so far of the game 1 in this Group D. Chonkata with the chance. Ferran Torres, Lewandowski once and again. Magallanes.
Good defending. Killer M really has frustrated the two-time national Thailand champion Chonkata. And I tell you what, with time still on the clock and ball in his possession, there's a chance for Killer M to fashion a really good
nice
chance
ball.
here as Trossard into the box and Havertz! Wow! upset City. Population, killer M12. There was time left on the clock.
Yeah.
And that's all he needed. That chance fires him into a lead against one of the favourites.
Impressive, simply impressive. Great play, great action by Killer M. And it wasn't Chonkata able to catch the cursor on time. I think it was Gerard Martin to block exactly the last pass, no? Because the ball went under the legs because Chonkata wasn't able to take on time the players to push the interception button, the matchup. And that is what it is. What a way to turn out with the score. The man from Nepal, the man making his debut at the World Final against such an experienced player as Chonkata it is. 5 minutes left. Nepal, Killer, leading 2-1 over the man from Thailand, Chonkata.
Well. We still have 3 games in progress elsewhere across our groups. We do have a full-time result, but we'll come to that after the final moments here of this match in Group D. The opening kick-off in this group going the way. Is it the result to go towards Killer M12? We are just moments away from what would be a famous victory for him to open the group stages against Chonkata.
Impressive, and it seems to be over for this game. Oh, one more maybe. I don't know. You need to quickly send the ball over to the Lewandowski. He's on time. No!
That is the full-time whistle. And Nepal are on the board with 3 huge points.
And pretty amazing. I mean, Chonkata who has to react. Dennis, sorry, the Group C. Not players in understand.
We
plan at the
over to you.
Thank you, guys. First round was smashing. You were 1-0 down. Tell me how you felt 1-0 down to bring it back to this significant, incredible victory then.
Okay. First of all, there was mixed emotions for me because this is my first tournament of eFootball. So I believed in myself and I tried to do my best. So that is what gave me a reason for comeback and everything.
Super stuff. Now tell me your history. When was the first time you came across it when you played eFootball?
During COVID, I started playing eFootball. So in Nepal, there is not many tournaments. So I just played continuously, and then with my efforts and everything, with my everything.
It's amazing, man. What does it mean for you to represent Nepal?
It is a very proud moment for me to represent Nepal in this global stage of eFootball and esports.
And Arsenal's a good team?
Yeah, Arsenal is a very good team. I like because they are very balanced from defense to attack and everything.
You have your trust in Kai Havertz?
Yeah, I like Kai Havertz.
Yes. We'll look forward to see you working your magic with the next opponents too then. So good luck then, and really well done. A superb performance to start off with. Thank you. So hats off to our gentleman over here, Chonkata, but of course Killer M2 then. Thank you.
Right now, and Anika Premier Billy versus Go game. versus Bashak, but seems to be
सकाइदिन्छ कि यत्तिकै रन
चान्सै नभएर होला नि त 4-4-3-3 छ त
ए ड्र होइन उस पाएर चाहिँ एउटा यिनीहरूको ड्र भएर चाहिँ के यसले चाहिँ जित्यो अब यो मुजी यसँग हार्यो नेपाललाई यसँग ड्र भयो जित्यो अनि यसले मुजी यसलाई जित्दियो तर म्याच यसको म्याच किन
impossible. But nowadays nothing is impossible in this kind of competition. In the group
two spots. Would you rather play someone that,
versus Bashak, but in the group, Joseph.
कहाँ राखेको थियो रुटिन यसले
he
नवाजको
There was a pass back.
for you?
On fire! Wow, what a momentum!
One between those two.
But
And then also